advantage of that.
Yeah, for sure. But also, you have a lot of things to work with. I just think that early stages of the game, team, every single time you have your ulti, use it, take a kill, do some damage to the tower, back. That's what you want to do. You don't want to band together and just use all of your ultis, and then once you do, you're kind of screwed. The only thing that you should be, like, the hero that should always be in a fight is the hoodwink. Everybody else, you know, they can make their own decisions.
Okay, well, we'll see how it's going to play out. Again, some early smokes coming out, but this time from both teams here, just to get these wards down on either side of the river. Just trying to get the vision. Of course, everybody was smoked, so they're not going to see them going down. And how's Crystallize? Does he want to try and go for it? Already got that time walk, level 1 here. So, yeah, Faceless Void just wants to make sure that he doesn't get caught out potentially by a rotation. Can heal up in the lane, because there is some good early aggression to come out from Virtus.pro in this lane. And notice... Oh, excuse me. Choking on my own. How do you expect them to play around this one in the lane on the Virtus.pro up against this Faceless Void? Is it just a case of trying to keep him low to look for that execution, or do you expect them not to look for ganks on Crystallize just because of that time walk being a factor?
Constant smack on the Faceless Void, and if you want to go for a kill from under to 0, then you're focusing on the Trinity Protector. Those are the rules for the lane. So you want to be trading, as you're pretty good at doing that. CK has a lot of armor, he has a lot of damage, and he most definitely can trade with these. Plus, you have the only range hero in the lane, and well, say you should use that on the Dark Willow.
Okay, and we'll see how they're going to go. It's actually going to be the Spirit Vessel off the bat for the Dark Willow here, and going to be a nice, just a nice easy item for the Dark Willow to build into. Meanwhile, FNG doesn't come across Geozizi, and Geozizi is going to walk himself away. But Tusk, yeah, with the... I like the new effect on the tag team. I say that. It's just, you know, the Invoker Ghost Walk comes over it, like when you activate it, and able to run them down. But I like the effect.
Yeah, does look solid. Overall, I'm really curious to see how well this top lane will go. Weaver and the Tusk, that is a lot of damage that can be done into the Brewmaster or the Hoodwink. Luckily for them, these two heroes have solid amount of armor, but when you factor in the Swarm and the tag team, it's still gonna hurt.
I was busy looking at everyone on the top lane here as well. So Noticed gets the first blood, takes down Eknot here on the tree. Let's take a look at how it happened. Right click damage coming through the Bramble Mace here now as well. Just the damage stacking up, and the Chaos Knight was able to get enough to stack it up on the tree. And yeah, like you said, you want to go 100 to 0, you put it onto Eknot.
Yeah, you have 1 armor on the Trinity Protector. This hero is always susceptible to dying, even though you look at him like 700 HP. Oh, that's so much level 1. Nope. No, it's not, as he's pretty much taking the full amount of damage from every right click.
Yeah, and I think the Blood Grenade by Sari should use there as well. They're going to be able to get some damage out. Brambles do connect now. Faceless Void was able to get the Time Walk off, so he's going to be able to get a decent amount of health. Walks into one of the Brambles, though, Crystallize, and it's a little bit more harass on the Faceless Void that he just didn't need to take.
It is what it is. Sometimes it just happens. You make a mistake. Though under the tower with the Tango, you should go back to full. So ultimately, it's not going to matter all that much.
Yeah. Mid lane, some harass coming out from both sides here. Moonlight and Squadix both playing low. I think that's the bottle coming out for both players on the courier. Yeah, okay. So there is going to be, you know, that health regen coming out from both sides. They're going to be playing around water runes, have spawn as well. Going to be able to pick these up. And in fact, Moonlight's going to pull the creeps, even using the bottle charges. So going to be taking a bit of time here to use those bottle charges, taking some harass from the creeps. But we'll get them off top lane now as well. Geozizi's going to try and go for the TP right back towards the tier 1, just to get out the aggression coming out. Because again, until the snowball comes out, no stuns here in this lane for the side of VP.
He was even given the living armor. To be honest, they do so much damage that it's not even certain that you survive level 2 heroes there during the 3 seconds of the TP, which is... It's very scary, Rob.
Ooh, ice shards, but they don't connect an Infernal out of mana, but was able to walk himself back far enough to keep himself alive.
Well, that was happening. Squadix was getting very low in the mid lane, and now he's gonna die.
Does he go down? He's gonna have to use the Furry Fire here now as well. Yeah, jumps to the orb.
Nice.
Oh, he's got 1 bottle charge left now as well. Tips coming out onto Geozizi. But Moonlight, how much mana has he got? Does he have enough for a combination in that bottle charge here as well? It might just be a little bit too short.
Now he's getting a little bit too deep to the tower, so he will have to bail in the tower region. Plus the Tango will help the puck continue to lane quite okay here.
Yeah, and Yeah, he's getting up to a decent amount of health, so I say shouldn't, but I know it's going to happen as soon as I look away. Shouldn't be any kill potential here. So we got kill potential though. GeoZeezy on the top lane, going to be caught here in the ice shards. That swarm is going to be down now as well. The damage isn't going to be enough, going to be slowed down with the tag team. One more right click, Violent gets it. FNG might pay with his life. What are those body blocks? Violent going to try and protect his teammate. Yeah, Infernal didn't have any mana to follow up, so Violent will be able to get the kill and then help his teammate out. Both get out alive.
Way too much damage there, and this is the thing. This is what happens when a Weaver wins the lane. It is going to be a problem for you, especially now you have the Swarm, you have the tag team. These two are going to be doing massive amounts of damage, and Lina is in trouble in the mid lane.
I like that ball transfer coming out now, though, but Lina, yeah, should still go down. The Light Striker is going to connect, but it's not enough to keep him alive. GeoZeezy, he has the bottle. He's waiting for his Lina to come back to the lane, and it was rough. You could see that, well, they couldn't see, but we could see that the Tusk was rotating through. Lina was low, and he did deny the water rune, but SquadX just turns it around and gets the kill here, puts a lot of pressure onto the Lina, and ultimately costs her a life.
The biggest problem is that you lost both of the side lanes severely. Right? It's not even close, Rob. If you look at 23-4 Weaver to 10-3 on the Brewmaster, and he's dead again. And even Crystallize on the bottom lane is being bullied as we speak.
Yeah, he's already used that time walk. Time dilation does come through now, trying to turn it around onto Noticed, but Crystallize, he'd already taken so much damage that he couldn't stand up to the right clicks coming out. Noticed is level 4 as well, so that Chaos Strike, you know, it is pretty darn powerful. And the top lane, just forget about it. Tag team into Swarm, into Skuchi Germinate attack. Infernal, he is having a horrible time in this lane.
It's not gonna change either. In these situations, you usually try to win one lane, but a bottom lane rotation from the Hoodwink isn't gonna help. So I guess the best bet is get Lina level 6, play around Lina. That's the thing, because Lina is the best hero for Team right now, and Virtus.pro are probably gonna be trying to kill her, but she's also the only damage dealer for Team. So they have to play around her as well. I'm kind of curious to see if they're gonna be able to make it happen.
That is level 6, so we'll see if there's any rotations to come out now that Laguna Blade is active. Or maybe just looking to put the aggression. I mean, how's SquadX doing in terms of right clicks? A couple of creeps behind Moonlight, but Moonlight was just in the jungle. So if we flick over to the net worth and see, it is still the puck ahead in terms of net worth, thanks to that kill, thanks to the creeps all being lane creeps here against Moonlight's jungle creeps coming out.
Bottom lane, Eknart is dead again. FNG's rotating. He knows that the Weaver doesn't need any more help.
Yeah,
and this is going to be a lot of damage into the tower.
Yeah, Crystallize can't do anything against this. Only level 4, no Chronosphere, no sources of damage, so he just has to move himself away.
And Faceless Void is a crappy hero to go into the jungle with, especially before you have your power treads even. You just don't kill the creeps.
No Battle Fury, no Maelstrom, nothing like this. So he's going to try and, in fact, if he goes toe-to-toe, FNG, same level as him. Egnar's going to go down again. They have the control, they have the Brambles. Do they have the damage to take him down here? Egnar going to be rooted up through the trees. Notice wants to chase him down. Snowball comes through. They're going to be able to get this kill once again. Or are they? His Crystallized Ice Shards come through. They want to try and fight this one. The Bushwhack comes through. Egnar on the back lines. He's going to get low. Laguna Blade, they get the kill onto Noticed. Egnar might just be able to get himself away with his life with that living armor. And FNG could be in trouble. Has that TP, but there should be an LSA to stop it if he does go for it in vision. And now the ward goes down. FNG, can I get himself away from this one? He's just wasting a whole load of time, though. These three heroes here, they want to be farming up, or at least one of them wants to be farming up. And FNG, he wastes a good 30 seconds, a good minute of their time, even with the snowball. LSA not connecting. He should eventually go down. But how long did that take?
It did take a long time, but they do get the Lina involved. If the Lina is involved in kills, that means that she's not getting killed herself. Yeah. And the Weaver himself cannot bring down the Brewmaster. So all in all, this is pretty good for Team. They get themselves on the board. They get a bonus kill on top of it as well. Even Eknart survives because he got into the Fog of War and Sage couldn't get the Shadow Realm hit on him. He's gonna die now, though. Oh. Spoke too soon.
Ooh, close. And again, the living armor going to heal him up underneath the tier 1. Has a couple of tangos, even a healing salve. So should be back to close to full health here.
They are... the Weaver, he scouted out the Ancients, but I think they're going to be rotating to the mid to kill Moonlight now.
They want this. It's going to be, 3-4 hero rotation. There's going to be the Dream Call being popped. The TP's coming in. Bushwhack. Good Bushwhack to slow down onto the Tusk, but I don't think Moonlight lives through this. And it is going to be a total eclipse, it looks like here. Infernal TP's himself in. Only level 5. No split coming out. FNG going to be scouted out. But again, the tag team's coming out in 6 seconds. Has those Ice Shards. And I don't know if Team want to fight around this one. You can see them keeping close to that tier 1 tower. Not overextending. Making sure they don't give away another kill.
That was a horrible position for Team. So if this wasn't the early game and Lina wasn't coming back in just a couple of seconds, Virtus.pro continues to poke there. But because it's, you know, Lina will come back and maybe overextend, she gets the kills. You don't want to risk it, so you go back to farming.
Yeah, Laguna Blade is back up, so if any heroes are low, it is a quick, fairly instant kill. It's Infernal, he is level 6 now as well, has that split, so if he gets into trouble, too much trouble, or if he finds an opening, he can get that off, look for it. And FNG, he's just hanging around here. Not sure what he's actually waiting for. Courier, maybe?
Well, they didn't award his ward, so that is something that they should get down. And yeah, Courier is looking very much dead. Goodbye, kitty.
Oh, one more right click. He gets it off. He's going to get that TP. Okay, so 50 gold each. That's not bad for a bonus.
Do you like cats, Rob? Or are you just the kind of guy I like dogs and cats annoy me?
No, I had, before I got the 2 dogs that we have now, I had cats for about 26 years.
Okay.
So, you know...
Then I got rid of them because they're super annoying, and I'm happy that the tusk killed that little kitty cat, right?
No, they died of old age, and then we got dogs.
Okay. Makes sense. Overall, though, 4k gold lead, only 2 kills for Team, and the 2 kills that they're getting, it's only on the defensive, so they're not making any moves of their own. They really need to be using the chrono, probably around the Lina, to get something more, because every single time you have these ultis, you have to use them in the early game, especially if you want to reduce this lead.
Ooh, okay, GeoZZ takes away the regen rune. The Bushwhack comes out now as well, but there's going to be that stay connected. Does GeoZZ get away from this one? He absolutely does. Ice Shard's not going to matter.
Really cool ice shards though as well, as he couldn't go through the tree line there, but overall they the stun from Delina really kept them away, and also the threat of knowing that Delina is on the high ground somewhere where you don't know where she is and can't get to her. It is very, very scary with the amount of damage that the hero can provide.
And let's take a look. I mean, top lane as well. They want to go in for this one. Do they have enough to get the lockdown into Infernal? Infernal's waiting off to the right-hand side, left-hand side, excuse me. Going to be able to get himself away. Doesn't want to use that split if he doesn't need to. He's got the 1 charges as well. Just gets himself, elusive as gets himself away from that potential gank. So the game slowed down a little bit here. Coming up to the 11-minute mark, we're going to see some more stacks for GeoZZ stacking up. Infernal, not use that split yet as far as I can tell. When do you want this Brewmaster to start getting active like that?
Once you get the sharpshooter, right? Because if you use the split, you're not going to be getting the kills unless Moonlight is in the vicinity. So you always have to make your moves with Lina, and going towards the top lane with Lina is very tough. So that's why we're seeing him playing with the Faceless Void. So once there is a sharpshooter and Hoodwink can play with him, that's when he wants to use it, or he uses it defensively like he might do now. Yeah,
they're trying to force it out. He's going to go for the split now. Can he get aggressive with this one? FNG going to be boarded up, stunned up now. So it might cost him his life. TP's coming in. Hoodwink will be here. Violent though, does he want to turn this one around? I mean, there's the Pandas. They're going to reform in 5 seconds. FNG, he's no Snowball. No way, dude. Not underneath the tier 1 tower. Snowball is going to break. Does he get himself away from this one? The split. It's going to be Brewmaster putting himself back together. The ice shards do come through here. Blood Grenade taking him down. The tower shots as well. He will go down eventually. Infernal gets the kill. But Violent, he's going to be able to take down GeoZZ. And now Violent, can he get himself away from this one? Still has that time lapse, so if he wants to use it.
At least they will get the ward out, and Violent now knows that he's being spotted, but the puck is coming over. These guys, they have to bail.
Yeah, they cannot stick around this one. If they get Dream called up, it's probably going to cost them their lives.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
They did leave Noticed alone on the bottom lane, and the thing is that the Faceless Void cannot hold his ground versus him. With the Chrono, you can't kill him, and just staying in the lane, it's not going to work.
Look at this as well. The puck comes in. He takes that to the tier 1 tower shots because he's got a shield rune now as well. Crystallize. Chronosphere. Just nice on the edge of it. They're going to be able to get the kill onto the toast. Do they get the kill onto the puck as well? Puck's going to try and do his best to get himself away from this one. 4 on the time dilation though. Bushwhack comes out. Crystallize. They might be able to get the kill. They will be able to get the kill.
Big one.
Great kill there. Great setup. That Chronosphere was absolutely point perfect.
Yeah, magnificent. I'd say Crystallize was always known for his good spell usage, right? Good micro play, even in his Navi days, and that was a very long time ago. I think it was 2019. Rob, time just flies, but maybe even before that. But overall, yeah, that was beautiful. Saving Delina's life, the most important thing, but then getting the puck kill is just amazing. The problem is both of the side lane towers have fallen. The Weaver was pushing out Infernal out of the lane. They almost even killed the Brewmaster during that. So again, it's on the defensive that you're getting the kills, and Virtus.pro are the ones applying pressure.
Yeah. I suppose the good thing is though they're actually getting the kills. It's not like the just Chronosphere, defensive Chronosphere to help out the teammates get away. It was a great one. They got the kills, 5-7, 6k net worth lead though for Virtus.pro. It's been a while since I've cast. I've got to get the shake the rust off, get the nuts out here. But Infernal. Does he get jump 4 heroes? He might be able to go for the sound. Snowball comes in. They might be able to. They should be able to get this kill. Bushwhack, no. He connects onto 2 heroes. This is going to be enough to keep him alive. Brewmaster, the fear. It might just be enough for the Brambles. He's trying to do his best to get the split off. He will eventually get that split. It keeps him alive now. Does he want to try and chase down? At least FNG might be in trouble. Violent going to try and go on the back lines, get himself away from this one. I don't think they're sure which target to go for here. So FNG, he might just be able to wander himself away from this one, but he is going to be the main target. As the Bushwhack comes out, LSA connects. He will go down.
They might go for Infernal, though. The Weaver is going in.
Scoochie, it does wear off. He's got to be careful. Has a time lapse if he gets way too low. But he's got to get himself in a good position to use it. So he's going to be able to get the Scoochie away. Bushwhack, it connects. Do they have the damage, or was that... Does he want to go for the time walk? Does he want to try and turn this one around? Infernal, he does. He gets it off. Laguna Blade's going to connect now as well. He should be able to get the kill into Infernal with the Scoochie. He's going to be able to run himself away from this one. He's got himself a couple of stick charges. Not a full wand, just a couple of stick charges. He's going to be able to get himself out alive. And, I mean, we talked about it, how greedy, how Violent likes to play around like this. And that was absolutely, if he didn't get that time lapse off when he did, he was straight up dead.
Is that Storm Brawler like 100% miss chance, or is it 30? Because he couldn't hit the pan.
Oh no, they're going to be able to get the Bedlam off. That's going to be the death of Agnar. Sharpshooter does connect, but does the puck want to go for this one? He's going to be broken, but doesn't really worry too much, but doesn't want to dive a tier 2 tower. It doesn't look like using the ball to get back to full health behind the tier 2. No, not going to go high ground, surely.
He was hoping that maybe he can intercept GeoZZ. If GeoZZ was indecisive about just running into the base, there was a chance for the puck to get on top of him, and if he would get on top of him there without the help of the Lina, it would be a sure kill. Okay,
Infernal's got to be careful here now as well. The Phantasm comes out. There's going to be the Snowballs on the Bedlam into the Reality Rift, into the Chaos Ball, into his death.
Yeah, and he was even he was going through the Drunken Brawler stances. He wasn't in the Storm Brawler stance, meaning no misses.
Yeah.
And well, these DK illusions, we just saw how much they can hurt you.
He is having a terrible game here. 4,000 net worth, even with the Hand of Midas. And you look at the cores on the side of VP net worth-wise, they are all so far ahead of Team.
Yep, same position of the CK and the Brewmaster and Lina. Dead again.
Gets the Laguna Blade off the squad. It's going to be Brambled and then Bushwhack. Does he take the damage? Chronosphere. Okay, they're going to be able to get it. The neutrals take down Agnar just outside of the Chronosphere. They might be able to get the Dark Willow, though. It's going to be a nice big pickup, yeah, and technically denying Agnar to the neutrals.
The Faceless Void inside of his Chrono, he got caught in the Brambles. The thing is that you're so fast that you kind of cannot control how you're moving. So he got caught by the Brambles there. It's not like he was doing any damage during the Chrono, but it really did make a change in that fight. But still, it is a 2-for-2. You've used your ultis, and it's kind of the same trade, right? It's still Virtus.pro doing well, and their heroes were farming while all of yours were fighting.
And yeah, Violent, he's got himself towards the Deso, Falcon's Blade, Dragonlance coming out now as well. So he's got some stats with the Wraith Band and the Power Treads, but they're going to be able to go into Rush. They're absolutely going to be able to go into Rush here. I don't know if Team are going to be able to spot or stop this.
Rob, these are not 17-minute items for an offlane CK. They're definitely not.
No.
Like, what is this? Anybody who gets caught by him just instantly dies. It's not even funny.
And yeah, what's he got coming out on the courier here as well? It's just a TP scroll. I thought like he had the harpoon completed, or but yeah, he's got the Shadow Blade, the armlet, echoes. Yeah, it's just straight up. This is ridiculous here for Chaos Knight, and no wonder. I mean, he had a fairly free lane up against the Faceless Void, right? And not really being contested 3-1 and 0, so he's had all the time in the world to find the farm and the items.
And now he has the Shadow Blade. Considering that you're so far behind, you already don't have the sentries to keep tabs on the enemy wards, on the Weaver, and now there's another thing to think about. So these supports of Team, they're definitely not going to be happy.
No. And if the Hoodwink sub 1,000 health on the Hoodwink, 912 health on him. If he gets caught out, he's building towards the Glimmercave, but if he gets caught out before that, he is just going to disappear.
And this hero was always a glass cannon, so
Yeah.
it doesn't change much for GeoZZ in terms of you have to stay hidden all the time. It's kind of the same with the squirrels in real life as well.
Yeah, not the squirrels around here, mate. They'll come up to you for food.
Really? So if you're hungry, you have squirrels to eat, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're really that hungry, I guess.
Did you try it? I've never had squirrel, so I'm kind of curious how it tastes.
Nope, never tried it myself. You're gonna be able to get the sounds of Brewmaster. He is just dead. Even canceling the TPs from the rest of his team. It's like, no, mate, you are on your own.
Okay, so without the Brewmaster,
Yeah.
it is an easy tower.
Moonlight's just trying his best. He's hiding in the trees. He's just like, oh, please don't spot me. Please don't spot me. But the courier... I think the courier spotted you there, but...
Oh, he didn't. It will now. Oh, he dodged it.
He's... Yeah. Does he get himself out of this one? No, I think we saw him. He's going to be jumping from Squadix, but he's going to be... It's nighttime through the trees. Do they get the damage off? It's going to be the silence as well. Bedlam comes through. They have the damage. They have the reality rift. They have the kill.
It's one of those situations where you really hate the courier. If it wasn't there, you would just stay in the trees, wait out the 15-20 seconds and get yourself out. But it just had to be flying there at two different angles. He tried to dodge it, and then he had to show himself. It's just so unfortunate.
Yeah, while that was going on, Egnut did die to the combination of the Tusk and the Weaver. Weaver, item-wise, Deso, he's got the 2 charges on that, or technically 4 because you get 2 per charge. Item-wise, though, Aegis coming out. What else does he want to go into? What's on his courier?
I think you can get away with a Daedalus if you want, but Skadi would be nice as well for you not to die inside of the Chrono. Having a mixture of damage, stats, you know, it's probably the best.
Okay. We'll see what he wants. I mean, again, Aegis is still there for the next 2 minutes 18, and yeah, maybe if he wants that extra survivability. But he's just 404 here. You know, death's not found on the Weaver. Egnut in the trees. Do they have the reveal? They don't. No, they don't for now. Egnut's going to come through. Overgrowth does actually catch. Time lapse will be used fairly early on. They get the kill onto FNG. He's going to get super darn low. Backline as well. Squadix can he get himself away from this one. Snowball's going to come into the base here. So FNG, well, that is not where you wanted to go, but he's going to try and keep Squadix alive. It's not going to happen, and FNG goes down. Moonlight with a double kill. Really nice couple of pickups, and now the chase out now as well with the split panda. Is he going to be able to get anything more from this? Got to be careful though. Chasing into 3 heroes does reveal Infernal. He's got no ultimate left. There's going to be the Spirit Vessel on him now as well. Chronosphere, it only catches onto the Dark Willow. Notice was outside of that. He's going to be able to get the Reality Rift. Did they get the damage? They do. They get the kill onto the Faceless Void. Backline's Violent, doing the damage onto Moonlight. One more drive back Infernal again. He's got no ultimate. He'd already used it. He's going to be slowed down by the Bullwhip. He is straight up dead.
The Weaver once more. He is probably going to be losing his first life. Nah.
Egnut didn't want to get brave. He knew if he gets caught out there, even if he does take the Aegis, it might just cost him his life.
That's a solid fight, though. It's delaying the Aegis duration. You kind of won it, considering how far behind you are, but it does show you that the Violent and Notice are a little bit too strong.
Yeah. And now the Aegis will go down, because why not?
That's the Aghanim shard for the Tusk that's going to be buffing his shards, so it's going to be even harder to escape. Are there any Force Staffs on the other team? Not really, so if you get caught in those shards, you're most likely dead. Apart from the Faceless Void, who can't jump out.
Yeah, it ain't great, mate. Nobody's going to be walking out, like say, apart from the Faceless Void, so we'll see who they're going to try and target. I mean, a lot of the damage, like you say, is coming from Moonlight, so you'd probably want to take this Lena down as early as possible in these fights, right?
Lena is probably your main target, especially if the ultis of the Faceless Void and the Brewmaster have been used. Though the thing is that Virtus.pro have so much burst potential that the second you see a hero, you can just delete it without pretty much any consequences.
Yeah, and that was close for GeoZZ. He was trying to get the D-Ward up on the top of the stairs there, you know, using the gem effect, but noticed he'd already pre-popped the Phantasm. He was coming across, and GeoZZ, 1 more second, and that's probably, well, maybe the Chaos Knight wanted to try Squirrel.
Yeah, probably. I'm kind of envious as squirrels that we see here. They're kind of rare, but even when I see them, they are very timid and they would never come close to you.
Yeah, they're not super scared, the squirrels. I mean, like, you go out walking with the dogs, they won't go near the dogs, but they're not massively afraid, the grey squirrels around here.
I mean, it makes sense, right? As the first thing that when you said squirrels, I thought food, and it seems that in my country, that's probably what happened and what made them be so afraid.
Yeah, maybe. Just not ready to be friendly with humans again. They're going to be able to get the Chai Rise off, to connect onto the Faceless Void. Faceless no way away from this one. As BKB, it's still nowhere near complete, and it's going to cost him another 45 seconds of death.
Poor Crystallize. I mean, you have to play super aggressive on the map. It's not like you have too many places that are going to be safe, so you just have to hope that you're not going to be caught.
Speaking about being caught, do they have enough? Infernal's going to try and go for that split snowball on the backline, so they want to try and go for Eknot. Eknot gets that overgrowth off, and now, well, I think he'll be able to get the kill onto FNG, because, I mean, look at this. They might, in fact, they're going to lose, yeah. Infernal, he needs to run away. This Fire Panda is the only one left. Going to be chased down. Backlines, they do get the kill onto Sarush, but do they get the kill onto this? How fast is the Panda? He just pops back into life and dies.
Yeah, he couldn't deal with the swarm. It's just so much. It's so much damage. But also Squadix, he found Moonlight in the mid lane and got the kill. It's just impossible to play at this point because you have so much mobility on the side of Virtus.pro, and Team they cannot match it. Meaning that the Dark Willow can set up for a fight with his teammates being on the other part of the map, and they're still gonna make it.
Yeah, and we'll see. FNG is pushing out this lane, right? So, Team, 24 minutes in, they're going to try and go for FNG. Crystallizes here as well. He's going to use the time dilation. FNG's fairly tanky. Snowball to waste a little bit more time, but I don't think help's coming. In fact, no, actually, no, noticed he's making a move. Is he going to come across? TP away? FNG, surely not. He gets himself out. The fist was raised, but Egnot doesn't connect.
Yeah, you need to stop threatening and just get the hit in Eknart. Not like, I'm gonna punch you, I'm gonna do it. Well, nope, he's out because of that, and the gold lead is just continuing to increase. The thing is that Virtus.pro, their heroes are very hard to kill, they're very fast, they're super far ahead, and even though they went for some more so damage dealing items, because of the difference in levels, you just cannot bring them down without a bit more of a commitment.
Yeah, and we've... it's going to be the MKB. So he wants a lot more damage to come out here. Violent on his right clicks. He's happy with this one again. 605, no threat of death so far. Roshan is back up as well. Actually, did you see Eknot? Snowball's going to connect as well. It looks like they're going to be able to get the kill. Just the two supports connected on this one, and Eknot, no way he gets himself out of this.
He cannot move, and look at what the Weaver is doing. He just feels no fear. They really want to chrono him and kill him, but if he gets the BKB off, even during the chrono, he's most likely going to live.
And what's that, 1,500 gold? 16,500 gold off getting that full MKB as well. And again, he's not scared. Roshan's back up. If they want to, they can make a move towards the pit. At the minute, you've got 3 heroes on the bottom of the map putting pressure on, so maybe trying to split the focus of Team.
They want to apply pressure and make Team crumble. That's how you end the game really fast.
Yeah, look at this. They're going to be able to get the Dream Coil out now as well. No protection. They have to wait for this one to fade, and Squadix is out, so just wasting some time. And it's not the longest cooldown on the Dream Coil there as well. So Team, they are low on a couple of heroes. Do they really want to try and contest this?
They have to. This is just gonna continue happening, and you expect your enemy to be in the Roche pit after a move like that. So they're going towards there, but no, Virtus.pro, they have a great idea what they want to do. There's the BKB is gonna live.
He gets it off right before the Chronosphere comes out now as well. Yep, Timelapse is going to try and run himself away. Where's his teammates? TPing in. He's lifted up by the Panda. They get the damage out, and they might actually be able to get the kill. They do blow him up. Just not enough time there for his team to TP in to help him out. And now, do they want to make a move towards this Roche pit of their own? Because it's going to be a Dream Coil up in 26 seconds, but never mind. The tree gets blown up, the Brewmaster gets blown up, and that is some instant karma coming out. Moonlight, is he going to be able to get himself away? Glimmer Cape might be wearing off now as well. Do they have that reveal? FNG is going to be the drag back, and GeoZZ, he is going to be the third one to die. Not really what you wanted to trade off for a Weaver.
I'm very surprised that Virtus.pro didn't TP earlier towards the top lane. The second that the Weaver gets caught, he got the BKB off. You know that he's going to be living at least 10 more seconds.
Yeah.
And you weren't there. So in that regard, I think they could have played this better. But overall, it just goes to show a little bit of a longer chase, and there's always going to be response.
Yeah, and how do you... I mean, Team getting the kill onto the Weaver, so it was a little bit of... God, it doesn't show, actually, there. But they got a little bit out of it, and signs of life, do you think?
The main problem is you used the chrono, and you've lost the fight. Now the Roche is free. So I think not. It is a sign that you still have what it takes to kill a hero, so the game is not completely lost.
Okay. How far away from the full Melania is he? He's about 700, 600 gold here, the Faceless Void from completing, but yeah, not going to be in time. The Chronosphere is not going to be back up before this Roshi time from Virtus.pro, so it looks like it is going to be another free Roshi coming out, and again, the Weaver could probably swap off the boots for the Aegis, and one more good fight, he will have that MKB.
Yep. One fight where he lives, and it's gonna be there, and now when he gets the Aegis, it's gonna be much easier for him to actually go deeper and live, because if you look at the puck, very hard to catch. If you look at the CK, almost impossible to kill, so it only makes sense that the Weaver is gonna be the one sporting the Aegis, but he doesn't have any room for the cheese, so somebody else has to get it.
I'm sure they'll make do with that here. The puck, he's got his Ags up here now as well, double damage rune in his portal, Faceless Void behind enemy lines, looking for the farm. Gonna be... Yeah, he's still going to be about 400 gold from completing onto the Melania, if that's what if he wants. Just looking at how close the heroes are playing together, you know, without knowing, obviously that's what wards are for, but TT, I think they're taking a risk being split up like this.
I think it's much better to get picked off one by one, or to lose one hero than to be together and think that you're gonna win the fight, because you're not. It's much better to split up, farm, try to shove out the waves with potential of losing one or two heroes around the map. The thing is that Virtus.pro are not gonna be waiting for that. They're just gonna be coming high ground.
I like how they give Puck the gem as well, because he's going to be the one to dive in on the back line. So you'll find these Glimmer Capes, find the reveals, and try and burst them down. While the rest of the team, how quickly that tier 3 tower is disappearing back line. Zeknart going to try and get himself away from this one. Dreamcall was used, but Squadix is going to be able to get that blink off before the Bushwhack connects.
There is a E-Blade on the Lina, and there is a Shard on the Hoodwink. So imagine how much magical damage they're gonna do with Laguna Blade, E-Blade, Boomerang, and the Sharpshooter. They can actually kill anybody. Even the CK is not that scot-free with his 4,000 HP.
Yeah, on the other hand, just looking at the net worth, Brewmaster is now behind Sayush on the Dark Willow, and Dark Willow, he's like, you know what? It is time for the Ag Scepter.
Yeah, don't rub it in like that, Rob. He's not having a good time.
No, it ain't great, mate. Is they going to be able to get the silence now onto the Brewmaster? Brewmaster, did they actually get... They popped the Aegis fairly quickly, but it's going to cost the Brewmaster his life now. So Hoodwink, he's got that illusion to try and get himself away from this. Joseither, though, he's going to be chased down. Swarm won't connect. It looks like while this is going on, FNG pushing that top part of the map here. But did they actually find him? They did. There's going to be the Ult Scepter onto the Hoodwink. The Hoodwink, does he get himself away from this one? He's going to be taking a lot of right-click damage. He's not going to be able to get himself away. And Sayush does get the credit for the kill.
Yeah, no evasion kicking in now with the MKB being available. The Weaver was super annoyed by the Brewmaster, super annoyed by the Hoodwink and all of the misses that were happening. Not going to be happening any longer for Violent.
Yeah, and while that was going on, like I say, it was a 4v5 FNG pushing in the other two lanes, so they can start to go into the other tier 3 towers here. Aegis did go down. So that's a nice pickup for Team, but I don't know if it's enough to keep them in this game here, because you might just end up losing 2-3 lanes of tier 3s and maybe a couple of lanes of racks too.
We always come back to it, even though it is not that nice to say, but you know what the good thing is for Team? They're low levels and they respawn pretty quickly, right? So yeah. At least with 5 of their heroes on the high ground, Virtus.pro are not going to be feeling as confident to go high ground, especially after losing the Aegis.
And yeah, Squadix just using the double damage rune here. Actually going to go towards a Revenant's Brooch. Nice. It's an alright pickup. I don't mind that one. A lot of damage that can come out for the puck. Damage from range as well. So how then... Do you want to be throwing it onto like the Faceless Void? Are you waiting for the Chronosphere to come out as well to use that damage? Waiting for BKBs to pass?
If Lina uses the blade on somebody, you just want to be able to get the damage, and I think that's the most of it.
Right.
And it comes down to burst, right? You probably don't want to coil and then use it because you're going to be losing all of the stacks to the AOE. But the damage output will be insane if you just focus down somebody. So any support you see, you just pop it, and they're gonna die.
Okay. Weaver now going towards the heart as well. What do you trade out if you're the Weaver? Do you get rid of your boots, or do you finally, sell this Falcon's Blade if you want to upgrade to the heart?
I'd get rid of the Falcon's Blade. The power treads are probably stronger, so if that's what you're gunning for right now, and it kind of makes sense because he doesn't want to be the glass cannon any longer. He wants to live through the damage.
Yeah. And we already saw him in that last fight. He got pretty aggressive because he knew he had that Aegis, but the Aegis went down fairly quickly. Jump in now, FNG ahead of the rest of his team. What's he going to be able to do? Backline the crossfit, no, but the snowball.
Oh, no
He's going to be
way.
outside of it. Nobody gets caught in that now as well. There's going to be a big jump in. The kick comes back from FNG. They've got the lockdown onto the puck. They do get the kill here, but it's going to cost them so much. Crystallize. He's already used that BKB. Can they get themselves away from this one as well? Lena on the retreat now as well. The Panda's being dragged back, but big cost here, and it only gets Squadix for the side of Team.
It's high ground time now because, well, there's no ultis, so there's absolutely no way that they can fight you. You did cost you a puck because he made a slight mistake later on being caught by the LSA, but it was just beautiful snowball and the blink away to get yourself away from the chrono. It just wasn't fair for Crystallize not to get a single hero there.
No, it was looking seconds sooner. That would have been a great chronosphere, but Virtus.pro, definitely the snowball out as well, so he was able to get the kickback onto the Hoodwink to get the kill. Speaking about kickbacks, going to be able to get the kickback on onto Infernal. Infernal's caught out. He has no ultimate, and Faceless Void has to go for that Time Walk. Overgrowth comes out now as well. They found the right Chaos Knight, but the Chaos Knight pops the BKB. He might even pop the Faceless Void carrying on like this. Violence going to be able to only get the credit for the kill, and now the damage coming through. Lena is using that E-Blade on himself, but it looks like the kickback control into the snowball. They should have the damage. It's a buyback for the Faceless Void, but I think this might just be the dieback into the GG call. It is going to be, and Virtus.pro, they're going to move through into.
Ever since the start of this game, it was kind of impossible. Probably from the start of the series, as first game, after just 10 minutes, we kind of knew what was going to be happening, and here the verdict is kind of the same, Rob. So Virtus.pro, much better team. They won the laning phase. After that, your chances of winning are very, very low, and it was just shown that Virtus.pro, or Team, they've got nothing on Virtus.pro. They just cannot beat them at the moment. Virtus.pro are a much, much better team.
Yeah, and showing that even with a stand in here, Virtus.pro, they played really well. They had the team timings down. 40k net worth lead, 33 kills to 14 in 34 minutes, 35 minutes. But Team just couldn't stand up to the pressure of Virtus.pro. It does mean that we have, again, a little bit of a longer break. The next game is scheduled to start in 2 hours. So go and enjoy some Western European Dota and come back in 2 hours for the losers bracket. I do believe we have Team. Let me take a look at the schedule. Where are we? Where are we? There we are. Just getting it up. Sorry. Yeah.
It's Team, and it's who's the
loser?
The other one?
Oh,
Klim
are a game up against 9 Pandas.
Okay, so it's a loser of that team.
Yeah. There's plenty of Dota to go around, so we'll be back in a couple of hours to see who's going to be playing up against Team in this lower bracket round 1. We'll see you after this longer break.